Welcome to Amsterdam, the second port on our cruise from Southampton to Reykjavik. Join us as we visit the windmill town of Zaanse Schans, the floating flower markets, and walk around the many canals that tie together this beautiful city. I've just woken up and it's around 2:30 a.m. and we're passing through the Edgemoeden lock into the canal which takes us up to the city of Amsterdam. It's interesting, but it's also the middle of the night, so I'm going back to sleep.
Fish.
Hey everybody, welcome to Amsterdam, our second port of our cruise. We're going to have a walk around the city today, perhaps go up and see some windmills and maybe take a canal cruise. We'll see how we go.
Yep, just a nice gentle day I think today after yesterday's madness in Bruges. Bruges was a bit mental, so we'll see how we go today.
Need to make sure we keep out of the bike lanes today. Pissed off a significant amount of Belgians yesterday, wandering in and out of the bike lanes. As much as we tried not to, but there seems to be bike lanes everywhere. Made it into the train station and bought some tickets.
Today.
7B over there. So the train takes just under 20 minutes from Central Station to Zaanse Schans Station, and from there it's only a kilometre or just over half a mile to the village, around a 15-minute walk. The train cost us €7.40 for a return ticket, so if you're mobile and enjoy a bit of adventure, it's a much more cost-effective option than taking a tour. The freely accessible village of Zaanse Schans provides a delightful stroll through what a living and working community looked like in the 18th and 19th centuries. You can wander the streets and admire the quaint wooden houses and windmills, and visit gift shops and the cheese shop to sample and perhaps buy some of the delicacies available. Pro tip, if your cruise ship gets in early, jump on the train and come out as soon as you can, before all the tour buses arrive.
Yes, I didn't saw it in there. I looked.
Coconut cheese.
Kind of unusual, isn't it? Different meaning for blue cheese. It's lavender cheese.
Red pesto cheese.
Extra old cheese or an extra old cow?
Yeah, or sheep. Extra cheap too.
Oh, and goats. Just proves you're never too old.
Or you lost it a long time ago.
No, it's weird. Gosh, I don't think I've ever seen so many flavours of cheese available. Well, it's free to walk through the village and visit some of the stores. You will need a ticket if you want to visit any of the windmill workshops, the museums, or take a guided tour. But for a cheap option, it's fun just to walk around. So there's nothing like some lovely peaceful windmill museum until the guys fixing it crank up their Guns N' Roses. Okay, so that's a wrap on Zaanse Schans. We had a good look around the village and in and out of some gift stores and sampled some cheese and saw all the windmills, so that was great. Recommend you get here really early if you're doing it on your own. We got here about 8 o'clock. We were bang on time, but we probably could have been about half an hour early. It gets really, really mental. So that's it, we're going to go see what else we can find. We might pop into Zaandam or see if we can find some brunch first.
Still have their cows on the back.
Mm-hmm. So maybe you get to the other end and somebody else takes over and you just drive home. Big beautiful ship parked up there. Our Carnival Legend neighbours. All the bikes they dredge out of the canal.
Bike graveyard.
We didn't end up stopping in Zaandam, but instead we've come back to the city for a walk around. It's about 30 degrees Celsius today, so we might have to stop for some refreshments somewhere. Amsterdam has more than 100 kilometres or 62 miles of canals, and there's around 1,500 bridges. I was amazed to read that between 12 and 15,000 bikes are retrieved from the canals every year. The main attractions in Amsterdam, besides the canals, are probably the museums. However, because we're not museum people, we're headed for the floating flower market because it's meant to be spectacular. You can buy boab trees.
What was that?
You can even buy boab trees.
Yeah.
The floating flower market is located on Single Canal and comprises a number of houseboats. If you're local, you can purchase an enormous variety of bulbs, seeds or fresh flowers. A lot of the bulbs are ready for export, but make sure you know your country's biosecurity restrictions before you purchase them to take home.
Voy a traer una foto de la peonía blanca. Vuelvo a sufrir allí.
Maybe that's what happens when you smoke too much of the other plants.
When you have too much wacky backy in bloody Holland, I think. So those are the flower markets, the floating flower markets in Amsterdam. Lots and lots of bulbs, seeds, all sorts of things horticultural. So it was fascinating for me to look through. Looking at some of the seed ranges were amazing. Some stuff to send back to my work to see whether we can do any of those sorts of things. Oh, we want to go and see if we can find a true waffle.
Bueno, eso también. Que había una parejilla de nicotillos que iban a quitar el vino. Y ellos sabían que se iba a revalorizar en el momento que se levantara.
Well, we've had a great day seeing the sights around Amsterdam.
We didn't get run over by any bikes.
We're heading back to the ship because it's been another long day of walking, but I'm glad we got to see the windmills. That was definitely a highlight.
Yeah, we're going to jump back on board now, have a beer or two while we sail away back down the canal. That's it for Amsterdam, and we'll catch you at our next port of call.
Take care, friends.